Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I have a crazy current events video for you guys. I haven't done one in a long time, and so I thought I'd do one on this. If you're unfamiliar with Crazy Current Events is a series in which I react to ridiculous things going on in the real world, and I basically give my thoughts on it. But basically, this is a ridiculous story that happened, and I want to thank my friend Orian's son for actually sending this to me. But we'll talk about two stories in this video, but the first big story here is, this story is, you probably looked at the title of this video, and if you hadn't heard about this story already, this story went viral. If you hadn't heard about this story already, then you probably are looking at the title of this video and thinking, what? Nobody can be this stupid. But, yep, basically, this is what happened. This scene actually happened back in April, I think, is when the accident actually happened. But it wasn't until recently that basically all the information came out that this was the YouTuber who did it. But basically, a YouTuber in Nebraska who does videos on trains had intentionally derailed a train in order to get views for his channel, and it ended up getting a lot of views for his video, but now he's facing 14 years in prison, so it didn't work out too well for him. This guy's an idiot. He put a lot of people at risk. A lot of people could have died on this, the derailment. Thankfully, nobody died in this. I don't think anybody was seriously injured, but basically he caused a train to crash. And it's all on video. It's like, how stupid can people possibly be? It's like, can you make something actually productive, something actually interesting, not putting people's lives in danger for YouTube views? But anyways, let's watch this video here. This is a 30-second video talking about what happened.
Charges have now been filed against a Lancaster County teen accused of intentionally causing this train derailment out in Bennett. The 17-year-old even sent this video to 1011 afterwards. You see there some of those cars veering off of the tracks. It happened at the crossing at Highway 43 back on April 22nd. A criminal complaint says that between the rail itself and the train engines and cars, about $350,000 worth of damage was done. That teen has now been charged with 2 felony counts of criminal mischief, but he is not in custody at the moment. Attorneys have filed a motion to move his case to county court and to try him as an adult.
So basically, this guy had recorded this, and he gave it to the media also. He gave it to the media right here. He probably actually sold it to the media. What a lot of people don't know is that if you actually record some viral clip and you are the first one who actually has it, you have the original source, if you actually sell it to the media, if the media will actually buy it from you. So the media actually buys clips from a lot of people in order to broadcast on their stations. And he probably ended up selling this to the media too, but he gave this to the media thinking that he was going to not be seen as a suspect, but he was. And this is from the New York Post. Nebraska teen allegedly derailed train just to get insane footage for YouTube. A teenager was charged this week with 2 felonies for allegedly derailing trains in Nebraska to film insane footage for YouTube. The 17-year-old, who has not been identified because of his age, posted a 5-minute video of the April 21st derailment in Bennett, calling it the most insane video I've ever taken. Oh my god, he repeatedly gasped as he filmed 2 locomotives and 5 fully loaded rail cars come off the rails, but remain upright after hitting an empty one, causing $350,000 in damage. My god. The charges follow a search warrant filed against a 17-year-old earlier this month, in which investigators searched his camera and phone. Are they okay? He asked after the accident, which thankfully did not cause any injuries. Okay, so nobody got injured in this, but this is very dangerous. Train derailing can be really bad, and this is also near buildings. The train could have actually gone in the building, and if anybody was in the building, they could have gotten crushed. So there's a lot of bad things that can happen with train derailment. The teen was first to report the derailment and even approached an investigator at the scene to show him the footage, according to Fox Nebraska. So he even hung around there after the police showed up, and he decided to show the police the footage. And here's what I'll say about this is he probably thought in his mind that because he was reporting this to the police, I think he was actually the one who called the police too, because he was reporting this to the police, he called the police, he was showing them the footage, that they wouldn't think him as a suspect. But I'll tell you guys something about the police. Is a lot of criminals do this in real life where they will actually commit crimes, and what they'll do is they'll actually report the crime to the police. They'll call the police, and they think that because they reported the crime, they're not going to be seen as a suspect, but the police actually see everyone as a suspect until they clear it. And that's why police actually carefully pay attention to 911 calls afterwards, because they want to see the tone that the person has when they dial 911. But basically, he thought that because he wasn't going to call the police, he wasn't going to be seen as a suspect, but that's wrong. And it's, when you really think about it, is the investigators who were at this scene, they were able to put 2 and 2 together probably really quickly. They probably suspected him really fast, because think about it, is there's this, 17-year-old kid that just happens to record the train when it hits another carriage, and not only that, somebody messed with the controls for the derailment, and then somebody happened to have a video camera at their place at that moment. So you put 2 and 2 together. This is kind of circumstantial, but then when you actually look at the video footage, because he was recorded on camera messing with the switches, that's at that point when he's done. He was charged Wednesday after investigators obtained a search warrant to seize a cell phone and a 4K digital recorder he used to film the wild footage, which he'd also shared with local news station. Idiot. He was hit with 2 counts of criminal mischief causing damage worth more than $5,000. Well, it was over $350,000, but that's just the charge. The charge is, over $5,000. Both felonies, the outlet said. Penalties could include a $15,000 fine and up to 7 years in prison on each count. Yep, he's probably not going to serve the whole 14 years in prison, and because they're wanting to try him as an adult, he's 17, to be tried as an adult. If you're 18, you're tried as an adult, but people under 18 can sometimes be tried as an adult if the prosecutor requests it, but I don't think he's going to serve the full 14 years in prison. I think he's probably going to get a reduced sentence. He's probably going to end up pleading, pleading guilty just so he gets a reduced sentence, but, yeah, the evidence is just stacking against him. He's screwed. There's no way that he's going to get out of this. A train conductor told investigators that as his train approached a crossing, he noticed a switch was misaligned. He tried to make an emergency stop, but couldn't do so before reaching the spot where the missing switch should have been. When authorities said they did not know the cause of the derailment, the affidavit says the boy replied, obviously a switch was flipped the wrong way. Right here, he incriminated himself. Right here, if the police weren't suspecting him, they definitely were suspecting him at this point. Obviously, a switch was flipped the wrong way. How would you know that? How would you know that a switch was flipped the wrong way? And the way he says it, obviously a switch was flipped the wrong way. He's just making himself more guilty. Idiot. He thought that he wasn't going to be suspected. A padlock was supposed to be attached to the switch, but the investigators discovered that it was missing, so it's been tampered with. The investigator later found that the padlock was supposed to be attached, indicating it had been tampered with. The boy denied trespassing in the area and tampering with the switch, but the investigator wrote that he knew where the switch was and how it worked, so he was, I believe, captured on camera. Because a lot of rail crossings, they will actually have cameras, and the primary reason for that is so that if there's an accident, if a train actually hits a car, if something like that happens, they can basically see who's at fault. Is it the train who's at fault? Is it the car who's at fault? But I don't know how you can be a train enthusiast. This guy recorded a lot of trains and not know that there's actually security cameras around train stations, around train crossings. Authorities later went through a surveillance video from the area and discovered a vehicle and a lone driver traveling around the area just before the derailment. That's him. The footage showed a beige 1996 Buick Park Avenue traveling in the area before the 17-year-old male was seen walking on the south side of the tracks towards a switch, according to the affidavit. A motion has been filed to move the case from juvenile court to county court, and that's where he'll possibly be tried as an adult. And this is his channel right here, and he actually ended up changing the name of the channel, and I think it's because he thought that people were going to people were going to stop looking for him specifically because of it, but he changed his name right after this whole thing was going viral. But the video is actually still up, and this is actually the video that he filmed. Yep, it's just the way he has that video there, and he just cuts it to black there. He was obviously trying to make money off of this. He was probably hoping to get monetized, probably hoping to get over 1,000 subscribers. I'm actually surprised this guy even has 900 people subscribed to him still. So this is the moment when it happens.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my freaking god! Oh my god, are they okay? Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my freaking god!
Doing that reaction, hoping that he's not going to be seen as a suspect.
Are they okay?
Are they okay after you just paused it?
Okay, so this arbor just hit a defective car, apparently, and is now on the ground. Badly. Here. Switch was thrown wrong. It looks like they hit a derail or something. And then just plowed right in.
Notice what he says right here. This.
It's like they hit a derail or something and then just plowed right in.
Where's the moment where he says it?
It's like they hit a...
Wait.
Here. Switch was thrown wrong. It looks like they hit a derail or something.
He's admitting to it. How would you know this? The accident just happened, and you see a guy right here. This is the guy who either was a train conductor or one of the people on the train. He's looking around seeing what's going on, and so this guy is the expert right here. This guy would be
thrown wrong. It looks like they hit
here. I don't know if my camera was just blocking him. He was on the right side there, but basically, is that guy that was walking around there? That guy would be the expert. That guy would be trying to figure it out. And so you're a 17-year-old kid. You might be interested in trains, but how do you know exactly what happened? Right away. You're saying it was derailed, it was a switch was probably pulled, and look, private property. No trespassing, violators will be prosecuted. So he denies trespassing, it's right here, private property.
Derail or something. And then just...
Look at all the people that also showed up for this. Look at the amount of resources that this guy wasted. He put people in danger. He caused $350,000 worth of damage, and he wasted so much resources, so much police resources on this too. My God, this is just such a dumb thing. But actually, if we actually go here and we actually look at his channel here, he actually made a second video here, and this is 2 months ago. May 23.
You guys requested a video on the car that was damaged in the derailment. We got some metal pieces on the ground. I don't know if they're from the car, but it's been sitting here in Bennett for quite a while. Yeah, as you can see, the wheels are rusted over. It's on a inactive spur. That's where the derailment happened, is right over there.
He's trespassing also because remember that sign? It says you cannot walk near these tracks.
But yeah, you can see it's got some big marks from where it hit. This is about, I think, 3 weeks after the derailment, so rust has set in just a little bit. If I walk up and around, let me get over here. Also, I have permission to be over here by the grain elevator, so those of you who are wondering, I do have permission over here. The guys over in the... I do have permission over here.
There was also a Capital Railroad contracting truck of workers I got permission from as well.
The guys over
Don't know whether that's true or not. The fact that he already caused the derailment, I don't know if I believe him.
Office building said I could come over and take a look quick. So this is going to be relatively short. But one thing I did notice is that from where the car hopped, it's missing a spring on this side. And then...
Okay, yeah, I can't watch this idiot anymore. But what I will say about this, guys, is that this is also going to hurt a lot of real YouTubers. This is, I think, the part of the story that people aren't talking about. I think a lot of the train enthusiasts are going to be very happy for me to say this. But basically, there's a lot of people out there that like recording trains. And not just for trains, for airplanes too. A lot of people actually like recording airplanes as they're landing. And these people are, actual legitimate YouTubers. They're not a threat. They're not there, to, cause anything bad. And, they keep a safe distance too. So there's people that keep a safe distance. They like recording trains. They like recording, planes, different models and stuff like that. And so there's like an actual community of people that, like recording trains, like talking about them. And this is going to hurt those channels too. Because there could possibly be like a federal law passed where it could make it maybe like illegal or something like that to record trains. And if something like that happens, this is going to hurt all the legitimate, train channels that don't do anything bad because of this idiot. And they're going to get a bad name because of what this moron did. Let me actually see. What is the comments on here? Pretty smart of you to be filming the damage you cause, especially in broad daylight. Don't be begging for mercy when you turn 18 and they finally find you guilty and you're given charges. Yeah, you're filming a derailment that you cause. Filming your victims in broad daylight. And this here, About that kid is when he's gonna, that kid, if he ends up getting a felony charge for this, because it looks like, that's what the prosecutor is seeking, a felony charge stays with you for the rest of your life. A felony is always going to appear in a background check. So whenever you check a background check, felony is going to be there. So it's going to be very hard for him to get a job anywhere. It's going to be very hard for him to ever get out of college whenever he gets out of prison, if he however long he stays in there. It's going to be very hard for him to do anything, get a loan, anything, because every single time when anybody runs a background check on him, they're going to see that felony, and it's going to be, criminal mischief. And then they're probably going to, all they would have to do is just look him up. This is still going to be years later. It's going to be a viral story that happened like years ago. And they're gonna, they're not gonna hire him. He's not gonna get a loan. He's not gonna probably be able to go to college. So his life is pretty much ruined at this point. Just for something just so stupid, trying to make a video that's gonna get views for your channel, endangering people's lives, causing thousands of dollars for damage, and wasting police resources. And now what do you get? Now this is a second thing I wanted to talk about in this exact same video. I didn't want to break this up into two videos. Might as well talk about this too, because this is about another trained YouTuber. And this guy right here, this is in India. This is actually a friend of mine. WRV actually sent me this the clips from this guy's channel. I actually watched this guy's channel a couple days ago, just watching the stupid videos that he was making. I couldn't believe what he was doing, but his channel is now gone. I can't find it. It actually had like 200,000 subscribers, and he was actually even monetized on YouTube. But now, the guy's been arrested and his channel is gone. I can't find it anymore. But, and I'll also link this down below. This is from the Free Press Journal. But let's watch, look at this. Look at this. Look at what this idiot is doing. Placing like a rock like that. And he even left a bike on the tracks. Yeah, so he's been arrested here. This happened in India. YouTuber Gulzar Sheikh arrested after outrage over dangerous stunts. He also disabled all the comments on all of his videos, so nobody could, you couldn't see all the pissed off people in the comment section. Look at this, putting something like this on the train tracks, this is dangerous. This could, bump on the train. If the train, slightly goes up, it could get knocked off the tracks. Rocks. And this is the most disturbing part. This is right here. What the hell is wrong with this guy? He's tying a chicken to the train tracks. This is just disgusting, disturbing, horrible. My God, I feel so bad for it. What a scumbag. This guy's been doing this for weeks, so thankfully he's finally been stopped. Locks on the... These are like some of his videos here. Yeah, so he had 235,000 subscribers. He even had a join button right here, which that's channel memberships. Which my question is, how the hell did this channel get approved for monetization? And they got in order to have memberships activated on your channel, YouTube has to review your channel. They have to actually review your content. And so how did they review his content and approve him for memberships? What were they doing? What exactly happened? It was probably some guy sitting in an office, probably not even caring, and just going through random YouTube channels. Oh, this guy's got 235,000 subscribers. Oh, he's probably, a legitimate YouTuber. Just approved him right away there. And look at the brick that he put here. The brick that he put here is slanted up. It's almost like he's doing this. He's putting the stuff on the train tracks, which is could possibly cause a derailment. But it looks like in this part, he's intentionally trying to cause a derailment in this part because he's already being an idiot with all the stuff he's putting on the tracks. But this, because this is slanted, the train can actually ride up this and actually go off the rails. Is it, like, so hard to be a normal person? Like, is it honestly so hard to act like a normal person? Is that just honestly so hard? Is it so hard to make legitimate content? Like, actually legitimate content, not putting people's lives in danger and causing thousands of dollars for damage? Is it actually, you know, can people actually do something like that? Like, why do people act like this? What the hell is wrong with people? And this is just, you know, I remember, like, a couple years ago, that moron who crashed a plane for views, and now you got an idiot who derailed a train for views, and this is not going to end. You know, people are just going to keep doing this nonsense and this crap, but hopefully, these two idiots, you know, the American YouTuber and the Indian YouTuber, hopefully both of them are faced the severe penalty of the law, and hopefully both of them are put in prison for years. They should not get out. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think of these idiots? Thank you for watching. Thank you again to Orion Sun and WRV for actually sending me both of these stories, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.